Hello, this is Daryl at 10-Foot Truck, Good Attitude Services. Today I took the day off, it's Labor Day, and it's been really nice weather out. Finally cooling down, we're getting the fall, autumn weather, which is the best weather in my opinion. It rained a little bit yesterday, so we're getting some rain, and it's really cool. No more hot weather, I don't think, for the rest of the year, or for the rest of this season. I think maybe there's going to be days that are going to be like in the 80s, but for the most part, it's going to be fairly cool, which is great for doing this kind of work. Yesterday I did a moving job, and it was a tough one. It was a lot of heavy stuff, and luckily I planned on bringing all my, the good dollies and harnesses and things that help with it, because I wasn't sure what to expect, but it was some heavy duty stuff, like a really super heavy recliner, a bunch of heavy furniture, dressers, and so anyway, I was thinking I'm gonna bring that harness. I mean, because I had it in storage. For some reason, I just thought maybe I should bring that, because normally I think the last time I used this harness, which is these shoulder harnesses, and to see how it goes. It has a strap that goes, you can strap it under a dresser or washer or whatever, and it just puts all the weight onto your shoulders, and so you're not putting so much, it gives it a little bit more secure. It's a little easier to do moving heavy things if you need them. I don't always use them. Like I said, I think the last time I used this, I moved a washer machine, and that was like a year ago. Now was the last time I pulled these out, but I have them just in case. And that's what's great about having different types of tools for moving. Sometimes you may never use them. I have also have these plastic sliders for glass, and then of course I have the appliance dolly, the four-wheeler, and I have this dolly which folds. It can be a four-wheeler, just like that, but it has bigger wheels, and also folds into a dolly, and then of course the blankets and that. So having all these tools and hand tools too, you want screwdrivers, wrenches, socket set, that kind of thing to take things apart, and then of course rope, straps, and so forth. But the harness, I wasn't sure if I was going to use it, but when I got there was some dressers that were really, really heavy, and they were all full, and they couldn't be emptied. And I don't have a ramp, and there were some stairs. So I suggested maybe we use this, because the customer was helping me. I don't have a helper for that job, he was helping me out. So I suggested using the harness, and he's like, I never really used one of those, so I showed him how to use it. And he was very impressed, and very happy about the fact that I brought him, because it made it so much easier to move those items through his house without having to pick them up and put so much strain on your body. It makes it much more, a lot easier on the back. So once you get used to them, it really is a very convenient way to move heavy items. So he was very happy, and we use this harness to hold move. But we used it for all the dressers, and we try to use it with the recliner, but it really didn't work that well, so we had to carry that manually. But I also use the four-wheeler to to roll the recliner closer to the stairs. So the less you actually have to physically pick things up, the better you're going to be. It's always I can use one of these dollies, and this one's great because you can strap heavy items on there, so I use that often too on the move. When you ever have wheels, use the wheels or sliders or whatever, so you're not putting so much strain on your back. Of course, you're always going to have to, when it comes to moving, it's always going to be very difficult on the back and the legs, but if you can reduce that amount of pressure by using some sort of dolly with wheels or harness, something like that. So always have those available, and that's why I never got rid of any of these harnesses, even though I rarely use them. They're for the most part, I don't have to use them. But when you need them and you have them, you'll be glad you bought that item. And I have a lot of other tools that I haven't showed you, different things for that make moving, like dressers and heavy items. You can just push them and won't scratch the floor. They're like sliders. And I have other straps. They're like that you can use for moving things, like canvas straps. So I try to have as many tools available to make it an easy move. But it still wasn't easy. It still was difficult. So moving is one of those things that you know, for the most part, it's going to be a difficult. It's going to be hard on the back, and so you want to make sure you're protecting that. Sometimes I've never been a person to wear those back braces. I don't know why. I've tried them before, and just didn't work for me. So I'm just really careful. I take my time. Another thing I always wear is good solid boots, high top boots, and I wear steel toes, so if something falls on me, and also protecting my ankles from when you're on stairs from twisting your ankles. So that's I like having those solid boots and gloves. You always want to have a set of good durable gloves, so that when you're picking up things that have sharp edges, made the mistake of not having gloves and cut myself, and it just becomes a mess. So I always have my durable gloves too available for every move. So other than that, customer's great. The job went great. Lately, I've been booking. I have some more moves coming up. Booked already this week. It's been a week for a lot of moving jobs, so I don't have any junk removal jobs booked yet this week. It's just moving, so sometimes you just got to go with the flow. And I'm all for doing moving jobs just as much as junk removal jobs, because you're meeting customers, you're building clients. They may need junk removal in the future, and so you're getting access to more work. It's a different pay structure, but I think it's valuable, and so I do both. And I also do deliveries to a certain extent. I'll do commercial deliveries too, for like furniture or bigger items, heavy items. But so this week looks like it's gonna be more moving jobs, and so by doing that one job yesterday, it was a lot of weight, a lot of heavy. It's conditioning me to preparing my body for other moves, because you kind of want to be ready and have the right lifting techniques, so you don't injure yourself, and you keep working. And what was the other thing I was saying? No, it was something else. I just can't think of it right now. Sometimes I think about things I'm going to do a video on, and then I totally forget, and then like a week later, oh yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. And then, so maybe I'll have to do another video. There's something I want to talk about, but I can't remember at the moment now. Oh, that's right. I'm getting a lot more calls, and I don't know. I don't know the statistics or how. I'm just noticing I'm getting more calls off my Craigslist ad than I was previously. Before, when I changed my ad, and how I changed my ad is I was watching a video from the Junk Guys. I don't know if any of you guys know or have seen videos with, I think his name's Ricardo, Junk Guys DFW, so Dallas, Texas. And he has tons and tons of videos on junk removal and how you can market your business, and he does a really good job of doing that, and he's been doing it a long time. So I happened to come across one of his older videos on using Google Drive to create an image, because when you're going on Craigslist and you're posting ads, you can only post photos, and then you can put your texts. But like my photos, I had a few photos that I was able to put like graphics on, but they're very limited because I don't really know how to do that well. But he has a tutorial on there. I don't know, it was a year or two ago, maybe it was more than that. It might have been like 4 or 5 years ago that he one of his videos where he shows you how to take Google Drive and create, take a photo and put graphics, your make your phone number and the name of your company and all the stuff that you offer, and make it really nice, and then put it into a photo, and then save it to JPEG, and then take that JPEG and add as a photo on your Craigslist, so it'll be the first image you'll see when a person looks at the Craigslist ad. And I was able to create one by watching his video that looks really good and looks more professional. And I'm gonna still continue to improve on that, but I'm grateful that he had that, because I don't think I would have thought of that on my own. So sometimes it's good to watch. I do that a lot, as I watch YouTube videos on service providers, especially junk removal, and then of course moving, and then just see how they operate their business, because they have a lot of good tips and tricks on the business, because they've been doing it longer. And then for marketing too, so learning how to use your computer to market yourself without having to pay someone, like you do a website or and so forth. So I put that image up and I thought, wow, it looks really good. And immediately I started getting calls, and I've been getting more calls. And maybe I can't prove it, but I think it's because that ad pops. It looks more professional, and I think it goes a long way to when you market your business, especially like on Craigslist or Google. I see a lot of people that put their services up, but they'll just put texts up, and that's okay. But when you actually take the time to make the graphics and make it look like a real ad, I think people look at that, in my opinion, and they say, well, that guy actually took the time to do that, and then he must really care about his service, so that they see that it makes an impression on them to want to call you. It's just kind of a psychological thing, but and then it is the fact that you're actually spending the time to learn that and then do that, gives you more skills. Now I know how to do something that I didn't know how to do before for marketing, and then I can use that to create flyers and different. And it's free. It's just on Google, so you're not paying a bunch of money to do that. So thanks to Ricardo or Junk Guys DFW for putting up that video. And then there's other, I watch all these other guys out there too, like the Junk Squad and Kraken Junk Removal. They have good tips and good ideas, and they market their business really well. So it's good to, and then there's Iowa State services too. So those are the guys I watch. There's other people, but I like to get tips and stuff on my business and how to figure out, and it helps me fine tune what I'm doing. So it's good to get out there on YouTube or any other type of media where they're, and look and see what you can find as far as learning something that'll improve your business or improve your marketing. And so that's about it. I organized this truck cleaning up for the following week coming up, and hope everybody had a great Labor Day holiday, and hopefully the weather's good in your area just like it is here. So have a great day. This is Good Attitude Services, 10-foot truck, signing out.